Ladies and gentlegrams, when the tiny-tempered Tupac twin taunted the Toronto temper tantrum Taylor Swift twin and celebrated his rap battle win,
I study rap battles for a living.
We saw La Brianna's goofy as Glazer's gasp and go ballistic, Bologna Henny ham hogging Big Mac a sandwich demics, and topping Labry top 5 have been instigating Kendrick for the last 12 months, hoping that it gets them tightly wrapped in Labry's pants like blunts. But things are looking scary for the 6'9 of Canada. The Crody clowning cruncher of Drake's nuts got wiped at the Wireless Festival as his petition prom queen Padre was performing, and at the same time the Marilyn Monroe ho is subpoenaing Kendrick's team for his lawsuit and losing on the Billboard charts and crying about it. So let's dive into all this craziness, but first like and subscribe. Come on, don't show me no laziness. Now, ladies and gentlegrams, it's been a busy week for the petty petition Padre, filing subpoenas against Kendrick's marketing team, more specifically an individual by the name of Kojo. You might remember him from Drake's name drop of him on Family Matters. Kojo be charging you double for nothing. Was the nothing he's referring to fake botted streams that Drake is now suing over, and that's why he's subpoenaing Kojo? Well, we're gonna find out later in this video. But aside from suing, he's also been singing sleepy lullaby music at the Wireless Festival 3 nights in a row, where he also made the insane declaration that London rappers are better than American rappers.
The best lyricist in the world, mark my words. I don't care what nobody says. Nobody can out-rap London. Nobody. No disrespect to America, no disrespect to my country, but nobody can out-rap London rappers. This is the best, highest level. This is what I aspire to be.
Now, I'm sure you guys know Drake brought out a bunch of guests during his performance, including artists, rappers, singers, and even streamers to document the entire show. He also brought his good friend, his greatest Glazer, Top5, who I think is a rapper and a content creator. I don't know. I haven't heard a song from him, but he was doing no rapping at the Wireless Festival. Instead, he actually tragically got, I don't know if I could say this word on YouTube, STAB in the neck. I'm sorry, all right? The censoring here is crazy. But yeah, I mean, this is like really serious, right? Like to get hit like that in the neck, that's like the most sensitive place to get hit, right? So no matter if you love him or hate him, pray for his recovery, because I don't think anyone deserves to suffer that. But if you've been keeping up with this guy's past, especially in the last year since he got released from prison, I mean, you know that he's generated a lot of enemies and given them a lot of incentives to do something like this. This wasn't a freak accident. This wasn't a horrible coincidence. This was a planned attack. We're going to break down exactly what happened, but in order to understand why this happened, we got to understand who Top5 even is. A lot of you guys probably don't even know this guy because he was behind the scenes up until really this year when Akademiks and La Brianna started platforming him. Before this year, Drake never really took pictures with this guy, never associated with him that much publicly, but it seems like ever since he lost this battle to Kendrick, and Top5 has become the loudest cheerleader for La Brianna. But beyond just being a cheerleader, he's been like almost a 6ix9ine impersonator. If you guys remember, 6ix9ine back in 2018 was taunting every rapper, getting on Instagram yelling at them that they can't come to his city, but he could come to theirs. Taunting Chicago rappers by going to O Block at 4 in the morning, getting into fights with Jay Prince's crew in Houston, YG in LA, all over internet antics to generate more attention. Top5 has been on that same type of vibe. He was beefing Kanye, but then he went out to Spain to visit Kanye and did a live stream where Kanye gave him a mustache man chain, which is ironic because Drake is Jewish, if you understand that. Can't go much further there. Again, BS censoring over here. He's been taunting every rapper, even The Weeknd, an R&B singer. He's been heavily taunting Kendrick. We're going to get to that shortly, but it was only when he started these antics that Drake started publicly associating with him very heavily. So how did Drake and Top5 even meet? Well, the first time Drake acknowledged Top5 was in an Instagram post from, I believe, 2014, where he's watching a Top5 music video with the caption saying, "Back in the 6 worth the Top5." And if you notice, Top5 is shirtless in the music video. Why that's important is because Top5 had the nickname Shirt Off Shawty, and you might recognize Drake actually name dropping Top5 in his 2016 song Grammys.
Top 5, no debating. Top 5, top 5, top 5.
Where he also mentions Shirt Off Shawty.
Like I'm shirt off, like I'm shirt off, like I'm shirt off, shorty.
Now, as far as how Drake and Top5 initially connected, I'm going to let old rapaholics tell you that, because I have a whole video breaking down the rise and fall of Top5, and in that, I explain the very disturbing formation of this fruity friendship between Drake and Top5. So take it away, old rapaholics. The two lovebirds met way back in 2013, when again, Top5 I believe was around 14 years old, Drake used to host these basketball tournaments called the OVO Bounce Basketball Games, and in that 2015 interview, Top 5 spoke on the first time him and Drake met. I'll try to quote him in the best Toronto accent I possibly can. Yo, Cruddy, it all started in 2013 at the OVO Bounce tournament when Brandon Jennings took his shirt off. I was going to take a picture with him, and then I decided to take my shirt off. And Cruddy, the whole crowd started going crazy. We posted that pic, and since that day, it's been hashtag shirt off shoddy. I took a picture with Drake with my shirt off, and that was only the second time I met Drake. So, sorry, this wasn't the first time, it was the second time he met Drake. Again, 2013, Top 5 in 2025, according to Google, is 26 years old. So, do the math on how old he was in 2013, taking his shirt off, taking pictures with Drake. I'm not implying anything weird was going on, everything is alleged here, but these were Top 5's words, not mine. Now, this interview gets a little stranger. The interviewer asks, Top 5, how did Drake hear about your music? Top 5 said, Cruddy, he knew me. He was asking, who is that kid with his shirt off? Nah, I'm done with the Toronto accent. The Top 5 said, he knew me. He was asking, who is that kid with his shirt off? Then I went to a signing and me and Drake got to know each other and the friendship started. From then on, we kept hitting each other up. He's always been supportive of my hood and has friends there. He puts people up on Instagram from my hood, and from that day, he's been onto my music. And here's the craziest quote from that interview. The first time I saw Drake, again, this is Top 5 speaking. The first time I saw Drake, I didn't know who he was. Like, I knew who he was, but I didn't know if he was that nice guy or that mean guy. But when I took my shirt off and he jumped in the picture, from that day on, he's been watching me. He knows these streets. I'm going to drop a couple more songs and then you'll know it's official. That night when Drake put up my pictures, I've never seen it like that. I love Drake. He's a cool guy for putting that out. I salute him and I thank him for that. Like, I have a fan base, but he gave me a much bigger fan base. So essentially, the way Drake and Top 5 became friends was Top 5 took his shirt off at one of Drake's basketball games. They took a picture, and from there, the rest is history. Thank you, old rapaholics. Now, after the two lovebirds bonded over Top 5 being shirtless, a couple years later, Top 5 went from shirt off shoddy to shameless shooter, as he professed that he was none other than the Gaveling Grams goon.
Yeah, I'm Drake shooter.
Oh,
I'm not lying to you. Anybody disrespect Drake, I'm shooting.
damn.
Strange thing to say on a public live stream, but you'll see as this video progresses, Akademiks was the key middleman instigating the BS that Top 5 has been on. But it wasn't all sunshine and sultry, shameless slobbing on Sandra suing son's scrotum for Top 5. Damn, that's a vile bar right there. Drop a like just for that. But yeah, anyways, back to Top 5. It seemed like when he was incarcerated, he actually had an issue with Drake and OVO because they weren't paying his lawyer fees. Here's a call with Top 5 when he was locked up.
Behind OVO.
How do they run Toronto?
I need lawyer fees.
And when I come home, bro, let me tell you something. OVO beat me up. They put me in the XXX straw. They beat me up. They beat me up. They beat me up. They got my straw rated. I'm going hard for them. And they're not paying me.
Well, hold on.
They're not paying me.
They're not paying you? But yo, hold on, let me ask you a
They're
question.
not giving us cash.
What, they never dropped the lawyer fees?
Big up Akademiks. And big up Bunda.
That's
BFR Bunda. Those are the lawyer boys.
Those are the lawyer boys?
But I guess Drake would get wind of this call because he did end up paying Top 5's lawyer fees. See, Top 5 was incarcerated on an unaliving charge, and at one point he was actually on the run from Toronto authorities in Kendrick's hometown of LA, of course posting the whole thing on social media.
Artist has been connecting with fans on social media. There's just one problem. He's also on the run, wanted for murder.
That appears to be Top 5 speaking out on a live streaming Instagram video over the weekend. His viewers tell him he's a fugitive. One asking, isn't Top 5 on the run for a body? The rapper seems to talk back.
The only run I know is the treadmill.
Oh my god, run away, Top 5, run.
Run, baby, run. Run.
They can't catch you.
Like, I ain't do shit. Everybody know I ain't do shit. But it's 144, but I'm so clutch.
And DJ Akad, don't you love that Toronto accent? Oh my god, Top 5, run, baby, run. They sound like parrots. I don't know. I live about 6 hours away from Toronto. I could do a pretty good Toronto accent. We'll do it later in this video, but we definitely don't talk like that where I'm from. Anyways, Mr. Ron, baby, Ron, he also ran to DJ Akademiks' live stream while he was on the run from Toronto authorities hiding out in LA.
I thought it was just a song, but I heard they just caught you for 2 cases. And he said, bro, I'm gonna beat that. Easy.
They trying to frame me for some shit.
Are they trying to frame? Oh, no. Oh, man. He on the run. From what? Ain't no running going on. What y'all talking about? Yeah, right. I do need to get a little running. gonna get a little run going on. Ain't nothing wrong with a little running.
And this was way back in 2022. He's been giving Akademiks content for a long time now. But by 2024, Top 5 in September was actually freed.
You freed me! You freed me! Yeah, I'm home!
How does it feel to be stepping out after being in custody for that long?
I feel like Shohei Ohtani, superstar.
He claimed his innocence and claimed he was going to be focusing on positivity moving forward with his release.
What about the fact that a man did lose his life? Do you have any thoughts on that?
R.I.P., you know what I mean? R.I.P., I'm an innocent man. Hope they find whoever did that.
They could revive the charges within a year. Right?
They could.
They were alleging he was the mastermind from the backseat, again, based only on his lyrics, based only on his rap, based only on his persona as Top 5. That was the problem with their case all along.
Are you going to start rapping again?
Positive.
What's your plan now?
I'm going to bring every community together. Stop the violence.
With positive
Positivity.
Later that I don't know how long he thought he'd be on his positivity vibes because literally the day he was released, he hopped on a live stream again with Akademiks and Adin Ross and professed that Kendrick Lamar would not be safe in his hometown of Toronto since he is now a free man.
Let me tell you something. Kendrick Lamar can't come to Toronto. I'm here.
Yo! No. Yo, we gotta politic this real quick. Yo.
Now you might be wondering, why would they let a menace like this back on the streets? Well, it was actually thanks to Champagne Petition Padre that Top 5 walked away a free man. He posted an Instagram post with his lawyer, and in it he tagged Drake thanking him for paying his lawyer fees. And the cousin of the victim in the Top 5 case literally went on Instagram and tagged Drake asking why he would pay the lawyer fees for such a monster to the community. The post said, "My baby cousin's life was taken in the parking lot of his home. This is a trial about the unaliving of a kid, a child, on the way home from a pizza place. Not in no street politics, not a part of nothing, a kid. My baby brother had to find his best friend that night lifeless. I used to appeal to Drake. We all looked up to him. This is the wildest move. What the F are y'all doing, Drake?" And you might be thinking, isn't it a little bit stupid to the day you get released from this horrible charge where the victim's cousin is literally pleading on Instagram as to why you were released to go on and now talk all this crap about Drake's rival when all eyes are on you and the whole world is thinking, hey, why did Drake pay this guy's lawyer fees? Now you choose the day you get released to start talking crazy? Well, not only did he start talking crazy, he also emphasized that him and Drake were going to do a live stream together where they would do homework on every single person that was featured in the Not Like Us music video. Not a part of nothing.
Me and Drake are going to link up in a couple of days, and we're going to do this podcast. And we're going to play Not Like Us video. We're going to look at every in the video. We're going to do homework. We're going to look for this. I don't play around by Aubrey. That's my bro. My Jewish brother, Shalom.
Well, you're Jewish?
No, I'm Somali. My Jewish brother, Shalom.
I'm Jewish.
So it seemed like either this goofball was just dragging Drake along for his antics, or Drake was really rooting for this guy, standing by this guy, and endorsed all of these antics and all of this violence that he was spewing. And he would double down on all these threats against Kendrick Lamar. Being on Akademiks' stream again, he said there's two people he needs unalived. The guy who's also on the live stream and Kendrick Lamar.
There's two I need that. You and Kendrick.
You.
Now there's a whole rabbit hole with this guy. His name is Julian. Apparently he's missing or something. Allegedly, very big allegedly there. I'm not even going to get into detail there. People are trying to link Drake to this guy. I don't know. You guys can do your own research on that. It gets dark, but the antics don't stop there. Of course, the Henny Hogging Hogwarts Snacka Diddler co-signed this to the fullest degree, even claiming that he signed Top 5 for a streaming contract for a record deal. I don't know what. To this day, I don't know what Top 5 would be labeled as. A content creator or rapper. I don't know. It's beyond me.
The building, man, the Academy Records, I told you I was launching, man. Listen, I dropped a $25 million bag. I had to do it, man. The first signees to the Academy Records, the biggest demons out of Toronto. Yo, y'all artists, y'all don't have a hit song, y'all not dripping like this, it's gonna take a while. Let me tell you this. 5 mil. I signed him, put 5 mil in his pocket. 5 mil straight. Hey, this guy been rich. I was giving 5 mil just cause. I had to give Boondog 5 mil just for him to stop sliding. That was the only stipulation. No more sliding. It's over. The Academy Records, man. Listen, when these guys drop, Big actors behind it, man. Listen, there's no bigger voice than me.
There was also a brief period where Kanye and Top 5 were going back and forth before they made up and recorded the Mustache Man song out in Spain on a live stream. First, Kanye shared his actual text messages with Top 5, which said, "Threats from Drake's Glazer. First you ask me for a chain and then beg me for a t-shirt for your hood. This dumb guy gonna get everybody locked up. Next thing you know, Drake gets charged with a RICO. And Drake paid for you to get out of jail, and then you snitched and told me he was sending Kim Birkins on Valentine's Day. I don't give a F about that old white lady, other than her always pulling stuff with my black children. Oh, and I did ask about you. You're dumb and no one respects you. You thought you were going to extort me. You're dumb." Now, Top 5 was talking crazy about Kendrick Lamar since the day he got released from prison, alright? He said when Kendrick comes to Toronto, he's going to be Swiss cheese.
Are you not scared?
Scared of what?
Kendrick?
We got money.
Kendrick and his people?
Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah, you're scared of Kendrick?
Tell him come to Toronto. Swiss cheese.
What happened if he comes to Toronto?
I'll get the low, put on my Nike Tech Black. So why'd you get us a driver? Put the window down, it is what it is. Get some fresh air. You know?
Now, in that same interview, he emphasizes that Drake is someone he rides for, he dies for, he unalives for.
You wanna know who gave me this?
Yeah.
My dog. Somebody I'll kill for. Somebody that I'll put my life on the line.
What's his name?
No, but you already put your life. But you already put your life on it.
I don't know if it's Drake, but yo, this person right here.
No, it's Dogg.
This person right here, I'll kill for them.
And again, you might be thinking, like, throughout all these antics, has Drake said a single thing about this guy? Has Drake acknowledged this guy's existence? Would he be smart to? Obviously not, right? It'd be a terribly uncalculated move to associate with this guy when already the entire world's clowning you right after this beef. And this guy's walking around like the biggest clown, but not only that, he's inciting violence left and right against your biggest enemy just within hip-hop, not within, the streets or anything. It hasn't escalated into violence. This guy is the only one actually trying to initiate some sort of violent retaliation over a rap battle. Well, leave it to Labrie to do something stupid and publicly associate with this guy for the first time, I think, in his entire career. He brought Top 5 like a little side piece to a basketball game. And this is where things kind of escalate, right? You get Wack 100, who warns Drake, looks right into the camera and says, "There's something on this hard drive where, Drake, you just essentially need to get the hell away from Top 5. Nothing good will come from being associated with this guy. He is going to get you in a lot of trouble. He is not beneficial to your mission or to your career."
I see you got Top 5 up there.
Yeah, we got Top 5 coming up.
Drake need to get away from Top 5.
Why do you think he's bad news?
Bad news. Drake, hear me. No troll. You need to get away from that dude. That dude with his mouth and the things he say, it does not support your career and how far you come. I'm telling you as a brother, get the fuck away from Top 5, bro.
And this warning really predicted a lot of what was to come, right? This was early, I think, like in December, and Top 5's antics only got taken up way higher after that, and Drake did not stop associating with him. And Wack 100 doubles down to say that there's something on this hard drive, a video of Top 5 doing something that can be extremely incriminating to not just Top 5 himself, but also potentially Drake, and again warns Drake to get the hell away from him.
This has been in existence about 90 days, and I have made sure it hasn't went anywhere, personally. I think you know what I'm talking about. That dude with his mouth and the things he say does not support your career and how far you come. I'm telling you as a brother, this is how much I got respect for you.
He emphasized that Drake attaching himself to someone as reckless as Top 5 would only leave Drake associated and guilty of whatever crimes Top 5 would proceed to commit.
Get the fuck away from Top 5, bro. World, remember, I'm warning Drake. He's gonna have you hemmed up, called up, and cuffed up. Dude is reckless with his mouth. He ties you to things, and he's a dumb. This is how much respect I got for you. You can't be tied to somebody, bro, that continuously wants to say they're tied to you. Bro, you seen him the other day? He said, yo, I want to kill 2 people. Kendrick Lamar being one of them. You can't do that.
But of course, Snacka Diddler did not care enough to warn Drake. Instead, he doubled down and tried to incentivize Top 5 to talk even crazier, instigating with this disgusting line of questioning. So again, there's big anticipation building behind Kendrick coming to Toronto, right? On the 2-night headlining show in a stadium, the biggest stadium in Toronto. Kendrick is about to perform Not Like Us. And Top 5, this whole time since he got out of jail, has been talking about the fact that Kendrick cannot come to his city. So Akademiks is like, hey, he's going to be dissing your gang. He's going to be here and have a special show just for Toronto, just to show you cronies that he is nothing to play with. Egging Top 5 on to say something crazy about Kendrick, right?
Yeah, but let me tell you something about Kendrick. Kendrick sucks, and he's abusing SZA. What do you think the is going to happen when he comes to my city?
Yo,
this is my...
I'm getting word that they got a special video that when they come to that Rogers Arena or the Rogers Stadium, they're about to drop a video dissing the Gigi's. I'm just letting you know.
Akademiks keeps egging him on, saying there's a special version of the show specifically dissing Canada, and Top 5 is emphasizing he wants Kendrick to come there with no police escort so he can have a confrontation with him, and exclaims that Kendrick Lamar will not walk out of Toronto if he does not come with police escorts.
Let me tell you
something. Yo, I heard they got a Canada version of the show that's straight dissing. I'm just telling you.
So you're telling me right now?
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
That's word on the street.
Let me tell you something. I will quit rapping, quit trolling, quit social media if Kendrick Lamar comes to Toronto with no police escort and leaves Toronto.
And really, I gotta emphasize how disgusting Akademiks' instigating is, right? This is the reason why problems like this happen. You can't blame Top 5. I mean, you could, but like he's programmed to be on this nonsensical timing, right? But he's on this big platform with Akademiks. Akademiks could easily try to steer the conversation away from the BS, but instead he continues doubling down. Kendrick is going to come perform Not Like Us. Not Like Us is a huge diss against Canada. You're really going to let him do that, Top 5?
Hold on. It's no way Kendrick comes to Toronto. You know when you listen to like he's rapping in like Not Like Us and this, and he's like he keeps saying like Canadians, like he's kind of like dissing y'all still, like oh they just connect. Yo, you think he gonna go to Toronto and just like kind of like be like,
you know what's so crazy? And I'll say this on stream. They asked me to perform it, and I said, "Are you guys crazy?"
Ooh.
Top 5 continues the trolling, saying that Kendrick's team asked him to perform in Toronto, and I mean that's kind of funny. Then he goes on to continue criticizing Kendrick's associate Hit a J3, who's on the GNX album.
They asked you to perform Kendrick's team before.
They try to make me turn on my homie.
Oh, they try to. Yeah, that's kind of slick. Wait, they asked J3 Hitter to perform?
No, not J3 Hitter. J3 Hitter's a bum. He smells poor, like EA says. Like EA says, they smell poor. They smell poor.
Yo,
you know what?
Wait, so they asked you to perform. How that convo go? Because clearly they want you to switch on the boy.
And Top 5 emphasizes, Drake paid all my lawyer fees. I can't switch up on him. I can't go perform with Kendrick. I'm loyal to Drake. Drake is supporting me right now. He paid my lawyer fees. He's the reason why I'm able to talk all this crap. But Kendrick somehow wanted to invite Top 5 on stage to perform in Toronto with him.
I can't, bro. That guy got me out of jail. How the am I gonna go on a live stage with a bunch of goofies and switch it on a guy that got me out of jail? I didn't have no lawyer fees before Drake. Now I'm up like 7-10 mil. My life changed.
Yeah. Yo,
let me tell you something. Hold on. You think Kendrick could come to Toronto with no security guard and walk around downtown? Let's be honest, bro.
I heard he going to New Old King. I heard he going to rent the spot out.
Top 5 doubles down, saying, you think Kendrick Lamar can come to Toronto? Are you crazy? My city, he can come here dissing us. And of course, Akademiks is like, you're telling me he can't? You're telling me he can't go to New Old King? He can't walk around Toronto? Are you crazy? Again, just continuously instigating this entire thing.
I'll be there. I'll be there by myself, personally. No GGs. Come on, you know what happened to drama. You know what happened to a lot of goofies. When you come to Toronto, these niggas gotta call me Ak. Call me.
So you tell me that Kendrick can go to New Ho King and get that fried rice?
I'm gonna give him something better than that fried rice. I'm gonna give him something better than that. Something that he...
And the threats from here just keep elevating and escalating, right? The more Akademiks says, Kendrick can't come to Toronto, the more Top 5 gets riled up, saying he really thinks he could. And it just plants this thing in his mind saying, all right, like now I got to make it my mission because I've said all this on a live stream platform. I got to make sure the fans know that I'm not letting Kendrick come away scot-free in Toronto.
You think that guy could come to my city? They're calling me John Gotti right now, Ak.
Yo, I hear the man about to come to the 6 and diss everybody up.
You hear this new one? They have a diss for the GGs, Kendrick and them. I'm telling my big homie. Tell him come to Toronto.
But they're going to do that in the stadium, though. They're going to do that in the stadium and get police escort to the private jet.
Don't you know I got connects in stadiums, everything, Ak.
Yeah.
I'm hot right now, Ak.
And just listen at the end of the next clip how Akademiks chuckles as he's instigating this whole thing. It's like an evil, goofy laugh, knowing the type of BS he's causing. But again, Top 5 emphasizes Kendrick cannot come to Toronto.
Do you think he could come right now? Remember, just don't come police escort. No police escort.
I hear you going to be moving in Canada type wicked, though. I hear you going downtown. He going to take a picture by the CN Tower, and then he going 2 places, New Old King, and then he pulling up by Drake Block. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Could be wrong still.
So when the show actually does roll around, Top 5, make no mistake, does have an attempt at trying to find Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar was smart enough to actually, in between the 2 shows, the 2 nights, he went to New York to sleep because he knew these idiots were going to be out looking for him, or whatever the case is, looking for some BS. Kendrick is keeping it on the music. He didn't say one single word besides just performing the songs. It was the fans chanting, "Perform it one more time." Meanwhile, Top 5 caught wind that Kendrick would be staying at the Nobu Hotel. The Nobu Hotel. I can't speak right now. And he actually pulled up trying to find Kendrick Lamar and discovered that all the hotel doors were actually locked.
Lock off every door in the Nobu Hotel. Man, even cut everything off. Man bought everything. He's a bitch.
So you're seeing this idiot in real time documenting himself attempting to get into a violent altercation with Kendrick's camp. Back in the 6ix9ine days, he was only able to troll on Instagram. Top 5 is able to do this stuff on a live stream. It just gives you that much more wiggle room to do something stupid, to do something in the moment for clicks and views. And the antics did not stop. All right, Top 5 was arrested in New York. He even live streamed himself in Toronto, showing the world that he was cutting off his ankle monitor.
You think I can do it? Crash off it. How do I?
Share it out.
Share it out.
It's done?
You think so?
Don't do it. No.
It's done. I don't know how to do this. You can't cut it with this.
Let her do it. You almost there. You did half of it. You did half of it. What? You want to do it? They don't believe it. They think it's faking. Cut that.
How do you cut this?
Cut that.
Show this.
Cut it.
No more ankle.
Cut it.
Yeah.
And people thought this was crazy. Like, if you're on house arrest, you can't just like cut off your ankle monitor like that, right? Well, the Toronto police would prove that a lot of what Top 5 does is for show, for social media. It's absolutely BS. Detective Sergeant Tiffany Castell had commented on him cutting off his ankle monitor, saying, with regards to the ankle bracelet, Mr. Ali, aka Top 5, was well within his rights to not be wearing the ankle bracelet. He wasn't on any conditions to wear it, so him having cut that off on social media was part of his information that he wanted to put out, part of his persona perhaps, but he wasn't actually required to have it. AKA, this antic was just another one of his many to show his social media followers that he's a tough guy, when in reality, this is all a persona, right? But the line gets blurred between what's fake and what's real, especially when you're talking all this crap to various different people within the music industry and not expecting repercussions. So, Top 5 ends up joining Drake at the Wireless Festival in London. He's taking pictures with 21 Savage, Lotto. He's with the Nelk Boys. He's streaming. Again, Drake is fully integrating him into his circle, right? Co-signing all this BS, essentially. So Top 5 is there with Kyle of the Nelk Boys, and he asks him if there's any unalivers within London.
16, we're at 17.
Top 5 in here, eh? Where are we going tonight? Let them know.
That's a great question.
There's no killers in the UK. There's like serious guys. We're not going to come kill us.
No.
They're not going to come kill us for safe. You can even show your address here. In America. Yeah, listen.
All right, I'm going to go shower. I'll see you in a bit.
W's.
My dog.
Throw some W's for the Milk Boys.
Let's go.
My dogs. Yo, I'm out of here.
W's for Top 5.
Again, just straight up looking for violence, right? Now, unfortunately, it actually found him. See, according to initially Akademiks and the Toronto blog Keep Six Solid, to their accounts, they said a masked individual had approached Top 5 while he was speaking with fans, and he was hit in the neck with a knife. Despite the seriousness of the injury, Top 5 survived and he's reportedly recovering. Akademiks also commented on the incident, stating that again, Top 5 is recovering, he's not unalived, and he claims this was not someone in the UK that was specifically targeting Top 5.
Now, Top 5 is good. I spoke. He has like a big laceration. You know, it was kind of deep. He lost a lot of blood. He went through surgery. He's gonna have full recovery. That's a fact. But it's gonna take a little while. You know, but yeah, I think he said it was like 17 inches. But you know. But I ain't gonna lie, they, for what it's worth, yes, somebody definitely went, you know, try to kill him, you know. There's like mad rumors and like fake stuff about it. That video is not real. So that video that they're saying is Top 5, like that's not Top 5. He told me, he said he was at this after party spot, you know. He felt like people followed him, and he was taking a picture with a fan while he was going into the club. Because I asked him where his homies was at, and he's like, "Yo, I was with 20 people. I get to the spot. I get there earlier than them. I'm walking in the spot. I think they're already there. So really, I'm alone." And then, you know, he goes to take a picture with someone, and somebody kind of ran up on him, you know, but again, I'm gonna just throw the allegedly on there because I know everybody like running with the false things. This got nothing to do with the UK. Like, respectfully, it did happen in the UK. It has nothing to do with the UK. It's a good meme. That's what I'm saying. Online will create a whole story, and it's completely wrong. It has nothing to do with him saying earlier in the day, there's no, like, killers out. It has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. There's some whole other shit. You know, it's just not that. So, I know people want to believe it's like, yo, the UK slid. No, respectfully, he was there from days. Like, you know, there was nothing, no bad blood. He said, does he know? You know, let the man. I don't know if you know, but he just know what it's not. He know what it's not. Okay, it's not some random UK guys that attacked him because he said there was no killing. Nah, it's not that. He was getting a lot of love in the UK. Unfortunate incident. It's going to take a little while for him to get good, but it's straight.
And again, while this attack is horrible, this is the outcome of a long pattern of instigation, threats to violence, calls to violence, asking for it, right? I mean, he's in London talking about there's no one that's going to come try to unalive us, right? And Kyle from the Nuck Boys is looking at him like, all right, let me go shower right now. Let me get away from this guy before something actually happens. He's rolling around asking for stuff like this to happen, right? And while it's horrible, it's even more insane that Drake is co-signing this and bringing him along for the ride, bringing him along to London. You got to think, what does Drake actually gain by associating with a guy like this? What resources, what is Top 5 bringing to the table for Drake, right? Is it protection? Is he really Drake shooter like he professes? I don't know. It's not even worth trying to speculate on. But what we could speculate on is why Drake's newest comeback single, What Did I Miss?, missed the top spot on the Billboard charts. See, La Brianna was not too happy about this, and the OV hoes were creating many conspiracies alluding to the fact that radio is trying to suppress Drake, and that's why he didn't get the top spot. Because if you guys didn't know, the way Billboard works is you got to have a combination of streams, actual sales of your song off iTunes, and radio play for your song to chart. All these three factors make a big difference, and in Drake's case, his fans actually bought the song and they streamed it, but it didn't get played on radio. And this is very normal for a single in its first week. A lot of the OV hoes, again, if it's not bad streaming numbers where they could blame Spotify, for conspiring with UMG to block Drake on all the playlists, on all the home pages, if it's not Kendrick Lamar outperforming him on the Billboard charts or on the monthly listeners where they make the excuse that Kendrick is getting the bots and Drake is getting blackballed, then it's the radio, right? Now the radio is trying to silence Drake. What they don't understand is that Drake's single didn't have a lot of radio spins because you have to get your song sent to the radio in order for it to get played. The label has to send it and then they work it at radio. Radio buildup is a lot slower than streams where fans can immediately go on Spotify and listen to the song as many times as they want. With radio, the song initially gets played a little bit, fans start requesting it more, or they stay on the radio station while the song is being played, and that incentivizes the radio stations to play the song more and more. And over time, over the span of weeks, even months, that's when the song starts picking up steam on radio. Go analyze any radio chart, you'll see, and this is, again, in Drake's defense, it is a very outdated system. Radio, I mean, who's listening to radio right now, right? But the outdated system works in that the record has to grow. It has to build buzz and requests from fans to listen to in order for DJs to be playing it more and more often. No song just boom instantly hits the number one on Billboard in its first week off the strength of radio play. That's something that takes a while. But usually songs will hit number one on the charts in their first week because fans are streaming the song like crazy. Drake's fans did not stream the song enough for it to hit number one. It actually hit number two on the Billboard charts, which is pretty good. But Drake wants the illusion that, this comeback is perfect. He's number one across everything. And because he's not, he's crashing out, right? You also have to remember, Drake is one number one song away from beating Michael Jackson's record for having the most number one hits on the Billboard chart. Drake has not had a solo number one hit single in 4 years. The last one, I believe, being Tootsie Slide or What's Next. If he was able to get that number one single off the first week of his first solo comeback single, What Did I Miss, after this beef with Kendrick, that would show the world a clear message in that people still love Drake, right? Well, he didn't. He got the number two spot, so he posted on Instagram saying, "Suppressor on the number one spot," laughing emoji. "I'm taking that soon. Don't worry. One song or another. Rule changes and all." Now, there was no rule changes, all right? These are all excuses. This is all just Drake mad that he didn't have enough strength in the sales of his song to actually get it to the number one spot. Number two is great and all, but just remember, Kendrick Lamar had 4 number ones in the last 12 months, all right? Just remember that. Both of Drake's comeback hits, Nokia and now What Did I Miss, they both failed to crack that mark, both hitting only number 2. Still a good accomplishment, just not as good as Kendrick Lamar. And the sales are not going up right now, so it's not looking like, next week he's going to be number 1. But again, who knows? And the song is not half bad. But of course, La Brianna is crying about it. And you want to know what's even crazier is the fact that one of the last few number 1 hits Kendrick Lamar had, Not Like Us, Drake, of course, is suing over. And now he's filing subpoenas to try and hunt down people on Kendrick Lamar's team to get key information about them. So let's go through this new update real quick. Basically, what happened is Drake dropped a bombshell in court. He spent $75,000 trying to serve a subpoena to a key digital marketing figure, Kojo, linked to UMG, accusing them of using bots and covert payments to inflate Not Like Us. This goes way deeper than rap beef. The man Drake's team is hunting, Kojo Mini Asomia, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that name. Drake says Kojo helped run a shadow promo campaign, including paying third parties and possibly using bots to fake viral traction for Kendrick's diss. And now, Kojo is allegedly dodging subpoenas across 2 states. Drake's lawyers tried 8 different addresses, hired 2 investigative firms, did surveillance, and even tracked Range Rovers to find this guy. They believe UMG's EVP of digital marketing at Interscope is tied to it all. This isn't just a diss track, it's a defamation and fraud case. The core accusation, of course, being UMG didn't just distribute Not Like Us, they weaponized it, boosting it through fake streams and hype to spread a message that Drake is a PDF. Drake's team says this was done with actual malice, a legal threshold that kills free speech defenses. Why does it matter? If Drake proves UMG knew the lyrics were false but still paid to amplify them, that's defamation and consumer deception, and it could redefine how the music industry uses viral moments to ruin reputations. This is no longer about bars. This is about whether a billion-dollar label fueled fake criminal rumors to crush a rival and win the internet. And Drake just made it clear. He's taking it to trial. You remember Kojo? That's the guy in Family Matters that Drake says Kojo be charging you double for nothing. Well, apparently he was charging for something because now Drake wants to sue over it. He's been trying to track Kojo at multiple different addresses to serve him a subpoena, which would basically force Kojo to go to court to fight this case and to give up any information that Drake's legal team is requesting. We know he's requesting Kendrick's contracts with UMG. He's requesting a bunch of crazy stuff, to be honest. 18 different documents. And he wants to tear through these papers to really see, did UMG, did Kendrick's team purposely plant fake streams on Not Like Us to artificially boost the success of it, with the main mission of proving to the world or spreading the message to the world that Drake is allegedly a PDF. And Kojo right now is on the run from Drake's legal team. This is absolutely insane. I can't believe we're even talking about a rapper subpoenaing another rapper's manager, trying to chase him down. Like, all this is ridiculous. But as always, let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you in the next one.